Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
They supported the atrocities on the 7th of October and they are a disgrace. Despicable.
As a Holocaust survivor, I'm protesting against the misuse and weaponizing of the memory of the Holocaust. The misuse as a cover for the current genocide by the Israeli government. And I am here partly to demonstrate that not all Jews, in fact, probably the majority of Jews, do not support that.
The box, please. Clear the box, please.
This weekend we've got two protests. The first is for the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign, which is going to march from Parliament Square to Hyde Park. The second is from a group called Enough is Enough, which is going to be a counter-protest to that march, which is going to take place at Pall Mall at the junction of Waterloo Place. We recognise that this is the 13th national march by the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign, and we recognise the impact that that has had on the whole of London's communities, but particularly London's Jewish communities. We've got a policing plan in place which is going to provide a response to make sure that these marches can take place safely, but also to make sure that serious disruption is minimised. Part of doing that is that we've imposed conditions on both the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign march as to the route they have to take and to the start and the finish time, and similarly on the Enough is Enough campaign, where we've placed conditions on the location where that assembly will take place and the start and finish time. This is done in order to keep the peace, to prevent groups coming together with strongly opposing views, and to make sure that actually these events pass safely at the weekend. That there are large parts of the community who do feel that they've been threatened over this whole period, which has amplified that, and that's particularly the Jewish community. We haven't been told of any specific threats to this march, but we know that there is a wider fear. And what I would say to anyone that's organising this type of event is we will work with you. Our job is to keep these events safe. It's to make sure that people can exercise their rights with freedom. and to do so safely. But in order to do that, we need really good engagement. We need to know what's happening. We need to know what's happening in advance so we can work with organisers to ensure that they are kept safe. So I don't think central London is a no-go zone. We see, actually, on some of the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign marches, there are many Jewish people at different points. But that doesn't mean there aren't many more who feel unsafe. We know that members of the Jewish community, and I've met many of them this week, have changed their habits, have stopped coming into central London, have stopped using the tube, have changed how they dress because they feel worried about it. And that's something we should all reflect on and take really seriously. The tension going forward, we need to work with Jewish community and leaders to make sure we can provide the level of reassurance and the level of safety that they're seeking, and we will continue to do that. So the most important thing is really positive engagement and listening to what the community are telling us. We've had some really good events this week, meeting Jewish community leaders here at Lambeth headquarters, working through tabletop exercises to talk about how we can improve, how we can do better, and how we can understand the very real sense of fear that people have, but also how we can uphold the law. We have to ensure that everybody feels safe and that everybody's rights are protected. So going forward, it's about continuing our really strong engagement with the Jewish community. It's around working with them, making sure that people can feel safe and are safe.